Are you ready? 5,
Oh,
4,
yeah.
3, 2, 1, 0.
More of a chef, aka Red Specs, and I'm in the building and with my co-host Papa Wolf, aka Alpha Moon, and this is Food for Thought, guys. Yes. Streaming live every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. We'll be discussing food, music, and the truth. Streaming on all platforms, including Spotify for podcasters, man. Yes, indeed. And as we do at this time,
What we do, baby.
What we do?
Yeah, what we
do.
do.
We get into it.
A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Welcome to Food for Thought. I'm your host, Red Specs, and my co-host, AK Alpha Moon. First off, we would like to thank our listeners for joining us today and right here on Food for Thought, man, because we definitely appreciate everybody coming in, man, tonight, man. Yeah, man. Follow, like, comment, hit that share, and hit that subscribe button and that notification to make sure you don't miss any of the episodes. We will appreciate it, man. Monetary gifts and donations is always accepted here at Food for Thought. You can Cash App us at Food for Thought FFT, or you can Zelle us at Food for Thought 1424 at Gmail. Of course, money orders, checks, and cash is always welcome here at Food for Thought to help us with this podcast, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. You can also catch our podcast on Spotify for podcasters, man. Anytime you like, for those listeners that just want to use the headphones and not the visual. You feel me? Yeah, Food for Thought is also still taking those video submissions. Remember, anything, it could be any genre, music, poetry, any music or business adventure you got going on. You guys can call and leave a message or email us at 1424, Food for Thought 1424 at gmail.com. Put it in the MP4 file so that way it can be played on the video on this podcast. D, Papa Wolf, what's good, man? What's good, man? What's good?
Nothing, man. Just seeing all this political stuff going on, man, and stuff like that, man. I've just been keeping my head low, but sometimes, you got to stick your head up and like, what's going on with these people? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Yeah, man. Trump is on, he's going to be on in a little while. And I don't know if that's going to affect our viewers because they want to watch us, obviously, and they want to watch what Donald Trump has to say, too. So y'all can keep us on both on the phone, on the TV at the same time, man. And we could just go back and forth with that, man. We could rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I let it go.
Yeah, what's beautiful in your city? Look out for the Food for Thought truck in your neighborhood because you can win prizes from us or any of our sponsors. Get your Food for Thought merchandise by emailing us at foodforthought at 1424 at Gmail and type in, yo, I need that.
What's beautiful in your city? Look for the Food for Thought truck in your neighborhood.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yeah,
and
man.
Of course, yeah, man. And we sponsored up with W Energy Drink, man. And these are to our sponsors.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby allows you to have faster reaction time paired with laser-sharp focus without the jitters or a crash. If you want to start winning more, this is for you. The Premium Energy Drink Dubby.
Get 10% off your entire order from Dubby when you use coupon code Food for Thought, which helps support the podcast.
Yeah, man, no doubt with that. No doubt with that.
Big track.
Yeah, hit that coupon code, man. Food for Thought is a coupon code and get 10% off your whole order when you order from W, man. So what's up, brother? We've been off for a little bit. We back. What's been good on with you, man?
Live in effect, baby. We back. Like I was saying, like the whole thing with the Trump thing. We looking for the crib. You know what I'm saying? We doing good with that. Still moving on with that.
Still moving,
man.
Yeah, it's a slow process, man. And like I said, once again, once you get those keys, man, you'll be happy, man. And you guys can probably settle down and rest, man. You know what I mean? Because house hunting ain't no joke, man. It's not like, you know, you go to the store, pick what you want, come back home. You know what I'm saying? It's a long process.
Yeah, we in that paperwork phase right now. But I would definitely want to give a big shout out to both my little ladies. It was both their birthdays. They're not twins. One was the 14th of this month. One was the 16th of this month. So my oldest baby, Mariah, happy birthday. She in Costa Rica doing her thing. You know.
Yeah, man. Big up to her, man. Big up.
Second of all, I want to thank my little mama, Omar Tyree. It's her birthday on the 14th. So I want to give a big shout out to both of them. They was doing their thing. So.
Happy birthday. That's good, man. That's good. Well, I ain't do much this weekend, man. I just stayed inside, man. I think that heat wave came across our area again, and just going outside get you like, you know, you can't breathe. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, I just stayed in the air conditioning
and then the thing is so muggy. You know what I mean? It's remind me of a little Amazon jungle. You know that heat.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah. I got in my car just to go to the store, and I looked at the dash, and it was like 103, man. And normally I don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
In the car?
No, outside.
Oh no!
It was 103. The heat was beaming down on us, baby. Beating
in
down
the concrete jungle. Concrete jungle. You know that concrete make it even more hotter.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Hot up there. So if it's 93 outside, forget about it.
Yeah, and you know, I
heat index and you know, nah.
Yeah. So I was just take the dog out. So I just make sure you're not out there all day. You know what I'm saying? Too long, man, like 15 minutes or whatever, and bring him back in, man, because it was kind of brutal for 2 days. The last couple of days now, it's been in the 80s or whatever. So
it's a little cooler.
That's I can go outside, sit outside or whatever. You know, it's real good, man.
So how's he holding up? You know, missing his partner and everything. Is he moping around, crying and everything? I know I asked you last week.
When he goes outside, he wants to come back in faster than he normally does. And I think that's just because his brother's not there. You feel me? Okay. So he really don't want to stay out. There's nobody, you know what I'm saying? Unless I get up and I'm walking him or whatever. But when he goes in the backyard, he do what he got to do. He comes back barking at the
ain't
door.
Nobody out there to play with.
Yeah. Ain't nobody to play with.
Watch over. You know he had to watch over his brother. He's old.
Yeah, man. He'd be like, "Yo, open the door, man. Let me in, man. I'm good. I'm good." You know what I'm saying? So you know. Thanks for people coming in the chat already. Appreciate that, man. We're waiting for our Instagram people to come up. I know they come up a little slowly. Instagram people come up like half a segment. They come in. I guess
you got Trump and all that. So they want to see what's going on, man.
No doubt.
I know that Project 2025, man. 900 pages is a doozy, baby. It's a
Yeah, I
doozy.
heard about that. One day I'll get to get in there and read it and see what they
Yeah.
say. But
Like, I
anyway,
just don't understand it, man. I don't
yeah,
understand it.
what we got going on tonight, D?
Listen, tonight we're gonna be talking to award-winning author Omar Tyree. He does a lot of publications, did a lot of books and everything. The brother's cool brother. You know, he's on the move doing his thing. And of course, we're gonna have Red Specs in here cooking it up for us, doing what he got to do. Then we got some music videos, and then we can't forget, we got
Hmm.
Pinky down here. Pinky gonna drop that news off for us. So he got some real good, interesting topics. I think that we
Okay. Big up to Pink, man. Big up to Pink. Yeah, man. Yeah, big up to him.
So what you got? You got anything going on that you came across, office?
I have another viewer. I have another one of our subscribers. Because they normally get on my my cooking channel, Roberta
Uh-huh.
Karen's or Trent Small, the chef. Yeah, guys can go on there and get my recipes or my cooking and stuff like that.
And next
Uh,
time vote. Next time vote. We need Red Specs to win that chef award there. He's
yeah,
close. He's close.
yeah, I was close. I wasn't there yet.
Mhm.
But a viewer from Manhattan, Linda Hartley, wants me to
Ooh,
make. Yeah, it's close. She
that's
wants me
close.
to make a spicy collard greens, my spicy collard greens. So I have a video on that, and so that's going to be up for our segment, my spicy collard greens, man.
Okay. You gonna throw some ham hock neck bones like Mama did, like Roberta Kent, throw ham hock neck bones in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try not to swine a little bit. I went to
Yeah.
turkey wings. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Turkey wing, turkey neck. Pause.
But, yeah. I
You know
still
what I'm saying?
still hit the swine every now and then. I ain't
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
listen,
That's for the people out
listen.
there. For them, you know.
Everything moderation, baby. That's it. I don't
That's
care what
right.
it is.
You know,
Everything moderation.
everybody with this, come on social media, diet this and eat that, and you eating the wrong things.
Yeah.
Listen, this water right here, if you drink too much water, could kill you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to get certain type of water,
So,
put it
so
in a certain
everything,
type of jar because the
everything
plastic
is
is this.
moderation. Yeah, I'm
Everything's
just saying.
moderation.
Yeah,
And a
everything is
nice
moderation.
cleanse once in a while if you can do a nice
Exactly.
cleanse. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
But
no doubt, no
right now
doubt.
you prone to everything, man. The air, you know what I'm
Yeah, man.
saying? Everything.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
even
yeah.
prone to looking at people. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You
like,
know what I mean?
well, you start gaining weight when you look at people.
Oh yeah, gaining weight, losing weight.
Yeah,
Depending on how the energy is, you might lose a lot of weight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah, man.
Might
Yeah,
lose a lot of weight. I
yeah,
don't
man.
know.
So, I just want to get into some news real quick, man. Yes.
What's happening?
So, yeah, man. So, rapper Lionel Pickens, better known by his stage name Chinks, was killed in a drive-by shooting in Jamaica, Queens in 2015. Okay, so this happened in 2015. So the two men have been arrested that was arrested in that case. They got rearrested because they found out these guys were responsible for his killing. Okay. So on May 17 of 2015, NYPD officers responded to a 911 call around 4 o'clock a.m. and found Chinks and another victim in a car at Queens Boulevard and 84th Street. Chinks was transported to Jamaica Medical Center in Queens with gunshot wounds to his torso, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital at the age of 31. So two men, Jamal Hill, 26, of Valley Stream, and Homer of Baldwin, who were already incarcerated for another charge, have been rearrested in connection with this murder. Both suspects plead not guilty at the time of the crime.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the two defendants.
Crazy.
Yeah, the two defendants were arraigned on 5 accounts indictment, charging them with 1 count each of second-degree murder, second-degree attempted murder, first-degree murder, assault, and 2 accounts of second-degree with possession of a criminal with possession of a weapon. I'm sorry. So this is crazy.
And 2015,
Yeah.
they was locked up already on the same charge or a different charge. 2015, and you just now,
Yeah, it was actually a different charge. Yeah.
yeah, a different charge, and then you just now finding out that investigation took that long for
Yeah.
that family to get justice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like it's wild.
Yeah. And the alleged shooter, they stated in court documents that Chinks was gunned down like an animal because of a dispute over a phone in Rikers Island. Okay.
So,
So they took the jail situation out to the streets after they got out and murdered this guy. You know.
wow.
Yeah, Chinks was a member of, if you guys remember, he was a member of Rockaway Riot Squad, along with fellow Slain rapper Stack Bundles. Remember Stack Bundles?
Oh yeah, Stack Bundles, definitely.
Yeah, he was on the same label as him, and
Says label mate.
yeah, label mate. Yeah.
And
then
Stacks passed before him, right? He got killed before him.
I believe
Chinks.
so.
Oh.
Yeah. Chinks later joined French Montana's Coke Boy Records, gaining recognition for his appearance on the Coke Boys mixtapes and Cocaine Riot mixtapes. So that's where he really got his real notoriety from that. So Pickens' widow spoke to Fox 5 last week on Lisa Everett's. And she had like an exclusive interview with her and stuff like that. And she says this. She said, it was pretty emotional. I literally cried the whole time sitting there actually staring at him because there are so many different thoughts and words that are running through my head. And I knew you have to be you have to keep your composure. So she had to keep her composure at that time, she's saying. But I'm glad they were able to finally get justice for this man, because this was, like you said, 2015. You know what I mean? So this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Like, I would figure I shouldn't figure that, but justice. You know how they say justice denied is justice delayed is justice denied, something like that. So, like, I'm just saying, like, for him to be going through all of that, you know what I'm saying? And the family went through all of that, and just now, from 2015 to now, just getting justice. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it happens all the time in that system.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Yeah,
he's not the only one. Yeah, man. There's guys that and sisters and brothers. Not saying color-wise sisters and brothers, but men and women that are out there now that got murdered or killed and they still ain't find who did it. Or they got the guy locked up, or the people locked up in jail already sitting there, and you don't know it's still.
And you don't know. You don't know. That's listen, guys, if you want to call in later, speak to Mr. Omar Tyree. You could call in. The number is 347-903-5664. Once again, 347-903-5664.
No doubt. He's gonna be in the building, man. We're gonna talk books, looks, and everything, man. We're gonna talk everything with my boy.
We're gonna get into it, man. It's
we're gonna get into
thing.
it. Yeah, man. So the second thing that came up, I don't know. I don't know what you got.
Where you
I don't know where this world is coming to, man. If we're gonna be lasting on this earth from this presidency thing through these wars,
DJ Third Eye Daryl Jones
to meteorite. So this is what happened, right? A meteor crashed through the Earth's atmosphere. This was like Tuesday. I think it was on the 16th, right? In the morning. So it created a loud boom and over parts of New York and New Jersey. This is what NASA says. So the meteorite was traveling northeast and passed over the Statue of Liberty. around 11:17 Eastern time before being disintegrated above Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So,
First, the
well,
Chinese, but man, I'm stuck. First, the Chinese air
but
balloons or whatever that
water
was.
water balloon.
Yeah, the water balloons.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
first,
yeah.
first is the water balloons.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was, if I'm saying the name right, Amoy Moy. Remember they had this big asteroid that was supposed to be coming, but then they said, "Oh, that looked like it's a ship inside there."
Yeah, yeah,
Now you
yeah,
got
yeah.
this other thing breaking up. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the last days. Get ready.
Yeah, it's the last day. So it was estimated that the meteorite entered the Earth's atmosphere above Upper Bay and descended towards the city at the speeds of 34,000 miles per hour before it disintegrated.
Well, did you feel a sonic boom?
I'm all the way up here. I ain't in the city. So
Oh, yeah, they.
I'm not.
I,
I'm not in
I
the
seen the
city, so I
map.
ain't see it there.
Yeah, I seen the map, and they had like that joint was all over. Like they had, and they were saying the sonic boom could have been felt over this, and that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Can't get no high ground or low ground. You just
Okay,
done.
I got some people in the chat that want Omar Tyree. He comes on at 8:30, my brother, after we do our segment. So just stand by, man. He's gonna be in here. People ready to talk to you, man, when he comes in, man. He's gonna be in here real shortly. But let's get back to the news real quick. One more thing we have to talk about, man, and that's Joe Jellybean Bryant, the father of Hall of Fame,
Yes.
former Hall of Fame, Kobe Bryant, died Thursday morning. He succumbed to a massive stroke. He was 69. He played 4 years for the 76ers, 3 years for the Clippers, and 1 for the Houston Rockets, man. And he was just averaging like 8.7 a game in 606 games he played in. So we at Food for Thought is deeply saddened by the passing of Joe Bryant and joining the basketball community in mourning this legend, man. Big up to him, man.
Yeah, big up to him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like it's sad, first the son, and they like they say they, parents would rather leave before their children,
Right, right,
and
right.
he had to see his son, come to be the man and the superstar that he was,
Mhm.
and then to pass away himself from a heart attack. And is hard. Is his mom still alive? Kobe's mom still alive?
I'll have to dig that up. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's sad, and
yeah, it's
but
rough.
on another note, LeBron and his son, they doing their thing. Some people getting really upset with it, with Bronny and the summer leagues. They saying he ain't
Mhm.
scoring and stuff, but
Right,
got to give him
right.
time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Got to give him time.
no doubt.
I'm just happy to see things like Bronny and LeBron James and Bronny, and then see Kyrie Irving do what he did with his father, with his sneaker deal and stuff like that. He
Right,
signed his
right,
father's
right.
stuff. So it's a beautiful thing to see, the black brothers doing what they got to do, man.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, we're gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna bring my man in right now.
Yeah, let's bring
Ready
him
or
in.
not,
Yeah,
here he
here I
comes.
come.
All right, we go.
Oh ma, oh ma.
Check
Ready
this
to get
out,
in there.
man.
Yeah, a new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Tonight's guest is an African-American novelist. He is known for his best-selling books. One, For the Love of Money, the other, Mayor for Life. He is New York Times best-selling author 5 times straight. Winner of the 2001 NAACP Awards. He is a popular national speaker and a strong advocate for urban literacy. Welcome to the show, Omar Tyree. What's up, brother? What's good? What's
going
good?
on?
Look
What's
like
going
we all
on?
got hats on, huh? We all got hats tonight.
Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna do that.
what you got on your hat? Jets? I
That's
see
the
green.
Eagle, man. That's the Eagles.
Oh,
That's the Eagles, baby.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eagle
man. Big,
season.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's
Hey,
see what
y'all
happened
had
next
y'all
year.
had some serious issues y'all was talking about. I was listening to it, man. It's because I'm a journalist too, so there's some serious issues that y'all were talking about. And Pop passing away last couple of days.
Yeah,
like
man. Yeah,
every other day, man. So you got to count your blessings out here.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
That's what I'm
every
saying, man.
above ground is ground.
That's
That's
right.
what I always say,
Yeah,
man.
above ground is ground.
Because you can get some traction from that and keep going. If you get it, stay above ground, man. Stay above ground, man.
Yeah, and with all the stuff that's going on, in the world, and we kind of lose touch with these things, especially now with all of the things that's going on in the news, politics and stuff. People passing away slips our mind. Oh, what? He passed away? Didn't know, because they're not really showing you these things. You know what I'm saying? They feeding you other things. Not
Omar
per se, but
Tyree is in the building, folks. Once again, 347-903-5664. Somebody called earlier, and it was kind of too early. He wasn't on the platform, so I think somebody has a call for you later on. But right now, tell the people who you are and where you come from. Let's start with that.
I got that Eagles hat on. That's where I come from.
I hear you.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. And then I moved to an area called Mount Airy. And that's where, the book that everybody knows, Fly Girl, came
Fly Girl.
about. Because, Mount Airy was an area where, black people moved on up in Philadelphia. So Mount Airy, Germantown, West Oak Lane, they call it Uptown now. They didn't call it Uptown when I was a kid, but they call it that now. That's where, black folks go uptown, for a better living, better house, better schooling and all that. And that's where when the 80s came, we had a little more money than people, in West Philly and South Philly and North Philly. So we spent more for jewelry and all them fancy clothes and all that. So I wrote about it. And everybody was, doing rap songs and movies. So with me writing a book about it, I was like the first one to do that, you know what I mean, with the urban setting at that time period. You got to go back to Donald Goines and Iceberg Slum to write about urban stuff.
Yeah, we were just talking about the book.
we were just talking about it.
Yeah, so
We was just talking about
it was the new era. It was the 80s now. They was writing about, the 60s and the 50s and the 70s. And then I started the 80s and the 90s, with Fly Girl, was Capital City when DC was the murder capital. So I've been a storyteller my whole life because my family was into storytelling. I had uncles that would, make jokes and stuff. In Philly, we called it bussing. When they make jokes about you and your family, your mother and your father, and your grandfather.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
the Fly Girl, what was that? 93, 94, 93 when you did that one? 93.
93. Yeah.
And that was what your okay, I got you. That was first book. That was second book.
Yeah, I wrote a first book. I went to the University of Pittsburgh. I wanted to play, well, I don't know if y'all gave the questions and whatnot. So
You know what?
cool.
No, you know what? You know what?
Yeah.
No. I didn't forget about it. But what I want to do is to the callers out there who have a question for my brother Omar Tyree, he's going to give you a question. Okay. He's going to give you a question, and you can win a copy of his book, Control, his new book, Control. And this is for the ones that really know this brother. Okay,
Yeah, they got to
book.
know this, bro. Yeah.
Well, it don't count now because if you already asked that, I got the Eagles hat on. That's like, you know what I mean?
No, you can ask. No, you can ask.
Now.
Right, you can ask any question. Yeah, any question you want. You can lay it out there, and we'll give the people a chance enough to figure it out, and then call us and let us know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can.
Yeah. Shoot him. Go ahead.
Yeah. What question
Ask
you
him a
got?
question.
Yeah.
You got a question now? You want to ask him a question?
Oh, you got a caller already?
No,
No,
we want to
ask
ask.
them a question and they'll call
Oh,
in.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got. Yeah, you got the question now.
It's so many of them. They only know a couple of my books. I got 31 of them now, with the new book. So I would just say,
Big up.
name 7, name 7 Omar Tyree books. You know what I mean? Because it's way
That's
too
it.
many for them to name
That's
one.
it.
So,
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, lucky 7.
Yeah.
And listen, y'all.
So the lucky 7. Listen up, y'all. The 7 books. It could be any order, any year, any title. 7 books that Omar Tyree has published, and you get a chance to win a copy of his new publication, Control, man. And this book is amazing. So
Make
get
sure
to
you
call it.
in.
Get to call
Yeah,
it.
call in. The number is 347-903-5664. Once again, 347-903-5664. Get that
Yes,
book.
yes. And especially the person that asked me, where was Omar Tyree in Instagram? He's right here. Call and ask the question now. You know what I mean? Sure.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let me go.
Yeah, go ahead. D.
Oh, okay. What I want to ask you is, I was writing down some questions here. What I want to ask you is, when did you first realize that you wanted to be a writer? And also,
College, man.
when
Yeah,
okay.
University of Pittsburgh. I was up there, and when we first got to college, I was in this program called Quest, where they invited 15 guys and 15 girls, all black, and they were recruiting from the inner city, because this is predominantly white school, big time Division I, and they were trying to recruit, the cream of the crop from the inner city. So I was coming from a central high school in Philadelphia, is one of the top academic high schools. So, they wanted to recruit me and get me. I was already going to school, but they wanted to recruit us early. They wanted us to go to summer classes so we can get acclimated early, right? So we graduated. I graduated June 17th, 1987. I had to report to Pittsburgh on June 19th. I was pissed. Man, come on, Mom. My whole
Get
summer,
you out
man,
the gate.
I don't even get a
Yeah.
week home, Mom. I got to go to school right now, 2 days. My mom was like, boy, pick out your socks, get your underwear, let's go get some new shopping shoes. And she wasn't hearing nothing I had to say. She said,
And you never regretted that.
man, they giving you free room and board for 6 weeks. You going to college early. You going up there. They want to see you. And what happened was, by the time we had done that 6 weeks, man, we was like sophomores when the freshmen came, because we already was on campus. We
was on
already
top of the
understood what
game.
buildings were. Yeah, so, but during that period, they wanted to see what our writing and reading skills were, because you're in college now. So they had assignments, and the assignments was, write about your neighborhood, your area, things you like to do, your hobbies, some story you got into or something like that. So I was like, I'm in Pittsburgh now, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be writing about Philadelphia then, because I'm in Pittsburgh now. You talking about I'm only in Pittsburgh like for 3 days, So I'm like, all right, well, I'm writing about, and they was like, yeah. So I wrote with the Philadelphia lingo about the parties and the homeboys and the football and chasing girls.
What you know.
And
Yeah, yeah.
And then they had us read it in front of the classroom. And when they did that, dude, with the slang and the details and the story diction that I had, because I was always a verbal storyteller, but I wasn't doing it in pen. But they wanted you to write it. So now when I wrote it the same way I would speak it. So I had all the lingo and everything in there, man. And then the other students was like, damn. And then the teachers were like, yo, that's good. You really good at it. And that was it, man. Like, I passed into the highest level of English. Then I got an A in the highest level of English as a black student on a white school. And they were like, yo, dude. So at that point, it was like, you have the skills. Are you going to use them? Or are you going to lose them? Or are you going to abuse them? And I was like, I'm not playing with this, because I like telling stories. I just wasn't doing it with the pen.
With the pen, right.
But now at the college level, we had computers. We had them floppy disks back there in the 80s. We sticking the little square joints.
Yeah.
Inside.
I think I got one here.
That's Bishop. Bishop had them joints.
Yeah, so I had all the material. I'm in college. I got free access to the computer room and whatnot. So I went right to work. Then I said, all right. And that was it. I never looked back from that point on. Freshman year in college, I already knew I could do it, and that was it.
Just put in that work. And the best part of writing, like, what do you enjoy the most? Like, what gives you those goosebumps when you writing that character? Like, yo, this is the part that I love writing about.
When people read it and get involved in it. If they wasn't, you gotta understand, bro. Like when I did that, when my peers responded, 28 or 29 of them, because I was number 30, 29 of them was like, yo, boy, and they started copying me. So they started using their city. They was from Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Erie, Pennsylvania, Maryland. We had some New Yorkers there, Queens and the Bronx. So once I did that, now Queens and the Bronx want to use their slang, Maryland want to. So it was like I opened it up for them to be themselves, because typically when you writing stuff, you thinking you're supposed to sound like a white person, some English person. So you trying to use all this correct English.
Yeah, especially back then at that time. Yeah, that's what they wanted you to sound like. Yeah.
So when I sounded like a Philadelphian, like, yo, cuz I'm gonna go to Ab, crack on this girl, get a number, shoot over the crib and all that. And they was like, yo, you can do that, you can say that. And that was it. You know, then the New Yorkers was like Kid and Homie and Ock and Playboy and all that.
Yeah.
That was it, dude. That was
Nice,
like, yo,
nice.
you know,
Where did
so
you
that-
fall at in if you remember this book, The Coldest Winter Ever?
Yeah.
You when you was writing, when did you fall in? What year was The Coldest Winter Ever? And
That's actually Sister Soldier's book, The Coldest
Yes.
Winter Ever. That's Sister Soldier's book. That book didn't come out until '99. I had already had like 8 books out before that.
okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So
Damn.
that's
Damn, so you
way
was-
down the line. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
a pro by then. Yeah.
I just wanted to let them know that, because I know back then that book was making people's head turn. You've been doing your thing way before
In the
then.
2000s. That book
Yeah.
came out. So I had fertilized the soil, because
Right.
Sister Soldier's book came out with the same publisher, and we talked about it. So the publisher, because they put it out in hardback first, and they was like, we don't know, it's not selling right, Omar. What are we going? I was like, don't worry about it. Put it out in paperback for $8, and it'll be. And when they put it out for $8, girls could go in with a $10 bill, get this Coldest Winter Ever, and that was it. It blew up. You know what I mean? So I was like, be cool.
I want to know, because I wrote a movie, right?
Yeah.
A script, a movie, and I didn't really know how to write until somebody showed me, and until I got some education about writing scripts or whatever. But how do you find the time to write, and what is the best time to write? You understand what I'm saying? Because I could never find myself I on the toilet or out the window, or going to on a bus or whatever it is I'm writing, or on a piece of tissue. You know how that is.
Oh, yeah.
So when do you find time to write, and what's the best time?
I don't know what you're doing, but I don't have no job, brother. So I got all damn day to write. You know what I mean? Like, people ask me that all the time. My job is to write. That's like
it.
asking Jay-Z, when do you have time to write? Jay's like, I don't have a job. I wake up in the morning, I do my lyrics. I mean, hustle or something. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
Yeah.
I got all day to write. I ain't checking in for nobody. I got
That's
my
it.
own money, man. I got my own thing. I've been writing since my 20s, dude. Like, that's what I do. So
That's
I got
it.
all day to write. So I'm like, if you got a job and you got all this other stuff you're doing, then you got to find time to write. But yeah, that's my job to write. A journalist, that's your job to write. That's what you do. Novelists, screenplay writers, if that's your job, you get paid to do it, that's what you do. Unless it ain't paying you enough money and you got
But how
paying
do you
me
know-
enough money.
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
how do you know what to write? Like
Yeah, what makes a good story? Like, what makes a good story?
yeah.
Well, it's what I'm passionate about. Now, I don't know what makes a good story for you. It's what you're passionate about. Because, see, if I'm bored with the topic, I'm not going to write no book. So I'm only writing stuff that I'm passionate about, right? So right now, I'm passionate about this control issue that we all got. Sisters got control issues. Brothers got kids got control issues. Everybody got control. We want to control everything that we're doing. So that was a topic that I was passionate about, where I may not be passionate about other topics. You know what I mean? Somebody may talk about being gender neutral. I'm like, I'm a straight man. I've always been a straight man. That's not a topic that I want to write about. I'm not interested in that. So I'm only going to write stuff where my heart starts racing. I want to argue. I want to discuss it. So this
Get the
control
goosebumps.
issue, I definitely want to, converse on that and have,
we definitely
compassionate,
going to get
conversation.
into that control. We definitely, because that's the new publication. So we
Yeah.
definitely want to talk about that.
But
We
that's
just
what
want
it
to give
is.
the
It's
people
like
a chance.
you gotta have passion for it. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you're gonna
yeah.
write 300 and 400 pages, you can't be bored writing 300, 400 pages. You got to be into it. So yeah, most artists. That's why we're passionate about what we're doing. It's harder for particularly young people. They really don't want to write. I can still write your article, because I'm a business person and I'm a professional. But
Yeah.
young people, if young people ain't feeling it, dude, I had songs for young people. No, I ain't feeling that. I don't want to do that. I got $500. Nah, I ain't feeling it. I got $1,000. I ain't really feeling it. Dude, even if you offer them money, if they not feeling it, they don't want to do it. So that's the passion thing is always the key.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's up, everybody in the chat? Fun City crew. What's up in Leicester in the building?
AK promotion in the building.
Yeah, I think somebody's in the chat for you there, Omar. Young lady.
I don't see anybody. Who that?
Oscar. I don't want to say her name wrong.
Okay.
Oscara. I'm sorry if I said it wrong.
Is she
Yeah.
something?
No, she just
she's a violinist. Yeah, she's chilling watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a musician. Hey, what's going on? I just saw her in Detroit, her and her husband. And child.
She played the bass. The bass?
Yeah. No. Violin.
Oh, violin. Oh, I gotta check her out. Yeah, throw your handles up there, young lady. I want to check you out. I like love music, man. Love music. And Lester, I see you in the building, man. I see you in the building. Yeah.
Class.
All right, D.
Checking out some of these things. So we talk. Let's get back to this for a minute. We talked about writing and the passion and the love for it and being able to know what you want to write for from your heart. We human. As a MC, and I used to write and used to MC and stuff like that. Same thing with respect. We get writer's block. How do you deal with writer's block? Or have you ever got it?
Block. I don't have writer's block. And I'm going to tell you what writer's block is. I got a perfect answer for that. Writer's block is fear of your own words.
Say that again. Say it again.
Writer's block is fear of your own words. That's what writer's block is. Because I'm going to tell you what people do. Should I write that? No, I ain't going to write that. Should I say that? No, I ain't going to say that. How do I say that? How do I do? So what they do, they're blocking themselves because they got insecurities about how people going to accept what they say. Right? Is it going to be too strong? Is it going to be too weak? Am I saying it right? So they block themselves and don't do it. The reality is, all artists that put out work, we got crazy confidence. We believe that whatever we say, people gonna take it. If you don't like it, the hell with you. This is what I'm got to. So artists have to have confidence. Otherwise, you can't do it. So I get a lot of people that's like, I want to write this book, but I don't want to put their name in it. I don't want to say this. I said, well, you ain't got the courage to write that book then. You can't write that book because you making too many excuses not to do it. So you got to understand, when an artist put out a record, you got to be. I remember I was at an event in Philadelphia. We had a radio station. They was talking about using the N-word. And Common was there. And somebody asked Common and said, well, do record labels tell you what to write and what you can't? Common almost jumped over the microphone. What? Nobody told me what to write. Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
And I was like, right on, because people get this idea, like, you got somebody looking over your shoulder. Can you write that? Can you say this? I'm like, ain't no publisher ever told me, because if that's the case, I'm like, no, dude, I'm not going to be writing what y'all want me to write. Now, they going to edit it to smooth it out and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't writing ridiculous stuff like, kill the country and burn it down, when I wasn't writing nothing crazy like that. So it's like, no, you're not going to tell me what I can't write or what I can write. And so, for the most part,
so that means I need to write a book because half of the times I don't care what I'm saying, but
It's scared people. I ain't scared. What's that song, man?
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
A lot of jokers talk it, but they won't walk it, brother. They not gonna walk it. When you put your word out there and put your name on it, even with journalists, think about it. An anonymous source said that Kobe Bryant or LeBron's son shouldn't have been. Bronny can't play. So a source. Put your name on it, dude.
Yeah.
Say
Stand on
it.
that.
Exactly.
Everybody know he in the league because he LeBron's son right now. But now he's in there, so he got to see if he can play. He got to play now. He in there.
Yeah.
But
So
maybe they scared they gonna get sued. Maybe they scared they gonna get sued. They don't want to put their name on it.
Yeah.
listen. So how you have a record deal. Oh my goodness. We talk about hip hop and rhyming. That's what I'm talking about, record deal.
Give me a
But you
record deal. See what I put out. Yeah.
But you have a book deal, right?
Well, you know, it's
With
just
a
like
company
record deals.
or
They run out. You do re-up two like music and like, you know, sports, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. So yeah, you keep re-ing up and re-ing up and re-ing up. But yeah, I got
so
a
what?
two-book
So what you
deal.
go? So what do? You go to a different book deal publisher? I guess that's what you call it. You go to them. You know, after you finish your 4 years with that.
If you stop doing it with the first publisher, I did 18 books with Simon and Schuster, you know, and then I kind of stopped writing books. I wanted to get into film, so that was on me. And then it had a lot of competition in books. Everybody and their mama wanted to come out with a book after a while, so it was like it got busy. It's like 1 million people on your corner trying to sell drugs. You know, you're like, hey man, this is my corner, you know, but you can't do that with the book people. You know what I mean? They got free range in the bookstores, so it got kind of crowded. And I wanted to go into film anyway, so I took a long hiatus and got away from it. Like, you know what? And then when I came back, you know, another publisher picked me up. You know what I mean? Kensington put out, you know, Control. But Simon and Schuster is the company that got 18 of my books, including Fly Girl, For the Love of Money, Boss Lady. That's the trilogy. So I was with Simon and Schuster for a long time. You know, now Kensington picked up a 2-book deal. Control was the first one.
Okay. Is there a way to self-publish your own? I mean, to start your own? Oh, that's a lot of money.
That way. My first 3 books, Fly Girl, was self-published. So all the girls talk about the classic, you know, copy with a blue cover with the earrings back in 1993. Yeah, I put it out myself. Like I told you, I was a hustler. So I don't have no job. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Do it get harder as you start to develop a big expanding and getting more people liking your book and stuff? It to get more expensive to try to do it yourself? That's why you have to get somebody to help you, as like a company to help you publish this out.
Distribution, just like in music. If you can get your own distribution, we don't need nobody. But most times, that's where you get stuck, because now the bookstores are like, oh, we would love to have your book, but can you give us 3,000, 10,000? Now I'm like, whoa, I don't have 3,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
So now I need more money to print more books and to distribute them all at the same time. That's when you get tough with money. And that's in every industry: music, film, art, books. When it comes to that distribution, getting it at all the places at the same time. And that's why that streaming stuff is killing it now with the kids, because they don't have to distribute. The streaming thing does. But when you got physical product, you got to box it, UPS, FedEx. That's when it gets expensive, brother. And you gotta have the people on the other side got to be willing to do it, because a lot of that, you know, they got labels, they got publishers. It's like, hey, don't do that. We're going to give you a better deal if you keep our stuff. So it's the bully situation too there. Like,
We ran into that. We ran into that when we were doing our music. Yeah, we ran into that.
Where the money is,
distribution.
You know?
Yep. We used to package our own stuff. The same thing you did. Label it, barcode it, put it in the back of the truck, take it to the store.
Now, if you want to keep doing that till you 30 and 40 and 50, you know what I mean? Like after a while, you're like, yo, I got other things. I want to be with my wife and my kids. I want to go out. You know. So that's where it gets tough. Where you're like, you know what? Let me give up a percentage so I don't have to do all that, and I can still hit all the people I want to hit. So it becomes a logical thing for you to do.
Yeah.
So then, what is your viewpoint on audiobooks? Because when you did your first book, they didn't have audiobooks. Is it a big market? Is it a market that's hard to get into? Are you looking to do anything like that? You know.
Yeah, I have audio books, but it's not a big market. People got to understand that book reading is still reading. Listening to a book is really cheating. Now, I get it. More men do that, right? Men don't want to read. Bottom line, you're cheating. And so
give me my hardcover anytime.
While you driving to work, you want to listen. So there's, like you said earlier, busy people. But at the end of the day, let's think about this. Let's say you so busy that you never learn how to read. Are you going to use that as excuse now? Well, I never learned how to read and write because I was too busy doing. Hey, that sounds crazy, right? Like, whoa, dude, you won't have to slow down so you can learn how to read. Because when you read, you can highlight it, read it over. Now, if you can do the same thing with rewinding, but it's a lot easier to read something to read it again, But the rewind is cumbersome. And then you got to have a device with the audio books. You got to have a device. You don't need no damn device with reading. You just need light and your eyes and the ability to be literate. Now, if you illiterate, that's another issue. You can't really read, and now you got to have somebody read it to you, and you 38 years old,
well, that's something different. But if I'm a truck driver and I love Omar Tyree's books and I'm a truck driver, I can't read that book while I'm driving that truck. So I have to wait till I get to the truck stop to pull it out. But now if I got on that auto book, I could sit there and I could do my 18 hours and drive like Bishop do when he went on his road trip. He went all around. I could just do like that and listen to home. That's what I'm talking about.
That's one truck driver. How many truck drivers? You see what I'm talking about? How many people gonna have that issue? So when you start talking about books, physical books versus audio books, how many truck drivers? You know what I mean? Like you talking about.
No, I take a physical book.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You talking about a physical book?
But I'm talking about the average man, woman that's on the go, that's moving. You know, they constantly cross country. Truck drivers and
on a train, subway.
I'm not talking about the person that's illiterate or anything like that.
We gotta be authentic there with the truck driver. That's a hard lifestyle, bro. Like what you just told me, you always on the move. Right now, I'm chilling at the crib. Right? If you always on the move, dude, like let's think about it. Quality of life. Right? You always do. I had quality. All I got to do was write one book a year, go on tour, play with my kids, write another book at home, got my own schedule. That's a hard life, brother. Straight up and down.
I have somebody in the...
You ain't got no time for yourself. That's a hard life.
I guess Victoria Wright is asking a question. I believe it's a question. And she wonders what inspired you to return to writing.
Well, I couldn't control Hollywood. I couldn't control that game out there. It's really expensive. Hollywood is very expensive. So when Tyler Perry went out there, he had a whole squad behind him that had money. We still don't know who them guys are that footed Tyler Perry. He ain't gonna tell us. But when you do stage plays, you got promoter money. I've dealt with stage play people. They got people that promote for the radio, for television, for print, that pay the actors and all that, and then you get in bed with them. So when he went out there, he was like, look, we just need distribution. I already got the money. You got your own money, Tyler? You got your own money? Yeah, I already got my own money. We just need. And once they said yes, and he started doing it, but I didn't have that much money to do that. So after a while, I'm like, man, this thing is. So I came back to book writing because I wasn't getting a lot done out there in Hollywood, but I still want to do movies. But I can't. I got to come back to my bread and butter. You know what I mean? Where I can control what I'm doing, and that's the books.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a director, so one day we can meet up and we get one of your books and make it happen.
We're gonna have the same issue. We gotta have money. I can direct. Like you know what's funny? He brings that up, right?
Listen, KD, if you listening right now, KD. If you're listening right now, KD, I'll at the moon. Remember you said, yo, if you guys know, so I think we might be looking. We'll talk about that off the air. Okay. You talk about that off the air.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We have ways of getting business done. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. But because
that's it. Because I tell people all the time. Only thing that stops me from doing what I say I want to do is the money. Straight up. Straight up. You got a lot of people that talk, man. I got wore out from Hollywood.
That's a lot of people.
And they start doing that talking. I'm like, yo, are we going to make this movie? And then they don't like me because I'm trying to push them forward. Oh, we don't like Omar. He won't play golf with us. He just wants to talk about the movies. We don't like him. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm not out here to play golf. Exactly. And have 80 dinners.
Ain't got time
I'm
for
out
that.
here to do these movies.
Exactly.
They don't like me.
Time is ticking.
I didn't do nothing wrong to them. I didn't do nothing wrong. I just want to do the movies. I don't want to play golf and have 100 dinners and hang out and You know what I
Listen,
mean? Go
when-
to the extra parties and stuff. I
Right.
want to make movies. Now,
Yeah.
if
The first
we make
day-
if we make the movies first, then I'll be open to do the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like now we
Yeah, but you take business first. It's always
Yeah.
business. But from the first day I met you, you was always on your grind. When I met you, you was on your grind. Then I met
Yeah.
again, and I was like speaking with Bishop, and we seen a couple of things. We was like, yo, we gotta try to get this cat on there. So I
Yeah.
mean, you was always on your grind. Keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like,
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
yeah, you gotta
No
keep
doubt.
moving.
Yeah.
So I'm back in books 'cause I can control what I'm doing in the book world. You know what I mean? So
And
now
that's
I
what it's
gotta get
about.
back in good. Control gets me back in good. Next
Yeah.
year, woo! If all I gotta do is live. 2025, 2026, 2027, what I got in store, but I'm still gonna push for the Hollywood deals. But what I got in
Yeah,
store for
yeah,
books,
keep doing it, man.
Every book I got right now is a film. Control was a film I did out the gate immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's book, Carnival, I'm writing about Trinidad and Tobago and the passport boys that leave the country to get their women because they tired of the American stuff. I got that coming. Women are already jumping up and down. Like, oh my God, the Carnival book, because they saw the book cover and they was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, they ready for that
Yeah.
already. So I'm not stopping, dude.
Nah, don't
you
stop,
can't.
man. Keep it going.
Yeah.
You can't.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, but I
That's
still
it.
want them. I still want them movies though. I still want.
Oh
them
yeah,
movies.
they gonna
Yeah.
come. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? They
yeah.
gonna come.
I got a
Yeah,
movie
man.
premiere tomorrow in Fayetteville. I'm in a movie called My Crazy Family that y'all can look up. We doing screeners for that right now.
I heard about
I play
that.
A dad. Yeah, I play a dad. It's
That's
right
nice.
on point.
Yeah.
It's right on point. My Crazy Family.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So, did you come up with your question yet?
Oh, my question? I had
Yeah.
Yeah.
5. They had the name 7.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that's right. Right. You
Yeah.
did say that. You
Because
said-
we ran this Eagles had is too easy for the other question.
Yeah. So 347-903-5664. If you could name 7 of Omar Tyree's books, it could be in any order or anything. Call in and you can win his new publication, which is Control Man in the building. No doubt, no doubt. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into my little my food video, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk with the brother Omar Tyree once again, man. When we get back later. Spicy collard greens. Let's get into it, y'all. Yeah, a couple of bushes of collard greens from your garden or the store. Chopped onions, white onions. Chopped garlic, smoked turkey wings, get a couple of pieces of those, crushed red pepper flakes, your chicken stock, and my secret ingredient, kosher sausage. We're going to put that in there, man. So let's get into it, people. We're gonna wash the collard greens in the sink. You gotta clean these, man. You don't know where they've been at, from the farm to the table. You wanna clean these up. Also, you can add some salt and add some vinegar to that, man. That removes all the impurities, man. After you do that, you rinse them off, clean them good. You rinse them on a paper towel. So you just rub your hand across it. You'll feel when they're clean, man. You can feel that. Place them on the towel. Let's get it going, man. We're gonna take the vein out the middle. Well, that's what I call it. Straight down the middle. We're gonna take that out. Show it again. Right down the middle. We take those out. Place that on top of each other. So we're gonna stack these. I'm gonna stack them in maybe 2 or 3s right on top of each other like this. We just gonna roll them. Roll it like a blunt, baby. Just gonna roll these up. Straight up, straight up. Then we're gonna cut them in quarters, equal quarters. Remember, you don't want to be too small because when they're in the pot, they're all gonna shrink down. So don't make them too small. Let's try this again. Show you one more time. Stack them in threes. Put the big one at the bottom. Start to roll it, roll it. Cut them in sections. Place them in the bowl. We're gonna place them in the bowl. This is what they look like, man. Nice. All right, let's get to the pot, man. We're gonna put some oil at the bottom of this pot. Now, put the onions and the sausage in there. You just want to make the onions nice and translucent. I'm gonna put our stock in there too. Stir that around. Our chili flakes. Put that in there. You could add as much as you want, how spicy you want it. This is what makes the spice, man. And then we put the smoked turkey wings in there. Just set those in there. Let this cook for about half an hour or so. Half an hour. Let's go. See that bubbling, man. Oh, this smells great. It smells great. Let's see how that turkey. It's already cooked, so you don't really have to go crazy with it, but you want it to fall off the bone. Now let's put our collard greens in that delicious mixture. Remember, this is all gonna shrink down, man. So maybe I overdid it with the pot, but all right, man. Looking good, looking good. Now we're gonna take the turkey wings out. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take them out. We're gonna start to pull apart that turkey meat or shred it from the bone. And we're going to place it back into the pot. You can let the turkey cool down, or like I do, I love the fire, I love the heat. So I kind of do it while it's hot. But be careful because it'll burn you. Magic, people. Like I said, we're just gonna place that in there. We're gonna let that rock for another 15 minutes, man, and then we good. It smells good. Some of that liquid go down. The plating, man. Spicy collard greens, man. Yeah, this is it. Spicy collard greens. Thanks for watching, people. Yeah, man. Your camera. Yeah. Tyree, yours is bouncing on like basketballs. I don't know what's going on over there. Welcome back to the show, man. Our guest is New York Times bestselling author Omar Tyree is in the building, man. We are back, man. We are back.
Yeah, you got a whole lot of meat in them greens, man. I'm like, well, where the greens at? You're gonna end up with a meat, and every bite gonna end up with meat. I'm like, where the greens
Yeah,
at?
yeah, man, yeah. Let's get into your latest publication, Control, man. This 288-page book is a psycho thriller, man, on
Yeah,
the hot topics of mental health and interpersonal relationships. You know,
yeah.
having control over everything in your life. Do we have to have control over everything in our life? Is it healthy? You know what I'm saying?
Nah. When you say the word control freak, do y'all
Mhm.
think that's healthy? Whenever people say he's a control freak, because y'all heard them term. We all grown men,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we
Oh,
all
yeah.
heard the term. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
typically it's in any kind of business. You know what I
But
mean? Control freaks.
some people do think it's healthy though. Some people,
In their
think it's
mind, yeah.
healthy. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think having a certain semblance of control so you can do what you need to do is good, but controlling everything, they call that micromanagement. You know what I mean? When you're trying to
Yeah.
control every little inch, every little hour, and it takes
Mm-hmm.
a lot out of you too. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if I could tell my sons, all right, y'all got it. I see y'all in 3 hours. That's better than me. You got to do this, then make sure you do this, then make sure you do that, and make sure you do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then you leave and get back on the phone. Did you do this? Did you make sure you did? You know, after a while, it's like, yo, dude, like, give yourself
Easy.
a break, give the people a break.
Yeah.
So, you know, it depends on how much of that, you know what I mean, in your face control you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
because and I like what you said. You said we don't control this thing called life.
yeah,
We live in it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that's very powerful, man. You know, because it's so much of the truth, man. So you presented us with this story of a professional psychologist,
7
uh,
characters.
7 characters,
Yeah, and she tells the
by
story. Yeah,
right, Dr. Benning, I
yeah,
believe her name is.
Victoria Benning
Right,
From Camden, New Jersey. So
right. And
she
she's
already
a
got a
shrink.
chip on her shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a shrink, and she takes these 6 clients and talk to them about control and in depth.
Well, you know,
Right.
when you got a psychologist or sociologist, you know, people go in there every day to get help. You know, for marriages, for work, for stress, for whatever it is, they go in there to get help because these are the professionals that understand how to help you. But that don't mean that you're going to do everything they tell you to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that
that
doesn't
don't
mean that
mean
they
and
need
that
help
don't
too.
mean that you're gonna be in situations. That don't mean that you're gonna control the next situation either. Stuff gonna
Yeah.
keep happening. So
Yeah.
you gotta learn how to manage, you know,
Yeah.
on your own. They give you hints and clues, and then you gotta learn how to manage. You know, that
Mhm.
I said the shirt I got right there, who was in control. Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so now some people say God is in control. You know, God is the top controller. So, you know, they give it up to God and say, all right, well, I can't control this. I'm just gonna let God lead me. God,
Mhm.
I'm your sheep, you be the shepherd. We've been hearing
Mm-hmm.
that our whole lives. So
A whole lot.
realistically, when we talk about Christians, they like, hey, God, lead me. I'm not in control of this, lead me. You know what I mean? That's what Christians always, and then the Muslims like, nah, we want to be in control of what we doing. We ain't, Allah, you know what I mean? I'm going to do my thing to do, so you got different philosophies. But at the end of the day, yeah, how much control can you manage? How much control can you deal with? How much control drives you crazy by having it or not having it? Because it can go both ways. It can go
Yeah,
both
no
ways.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
This book, it all takes a place in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yeah.
This whole scenario.
And Atlanta got a whole lot of control freaks down there because everybody going there to
I
try.
believe.
I'm just saying, they
Yeah.
going there to do something. You don't go to Atlanta to be normal. You going, I want to be an actor, I want to be a singer, I want to be a dancer, I want to be in real estate, they going there to do something. They ain't going there, I just want to be in Atlanta. No,
I hear
they
you.
going there. So when you going there to do something, you trying to control the mechanisms of what you doing. So they all going there to control something.
I hear you.
Even the gangsters. I'm from Philadelphia, and you watch that BMF stuff. I'm in Charlotte now, so I go down there. I was going down to Atlanta a lot because the Charlotte people, they love Atlanta. They go, let's go to Atlanta. I'm from Philly. We don't go up to New York like that. We like, unless we have to for business. And then you got people from Philly, they go up to New York and come right back home, man. Like, I ain't, you know, it's just business. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is, man.
Atlanta draws a lot of people, man, that want to, you know. And so when the BMF dudes was down there in the early 2000s, I'm sitting there checking it out like, wait a minute. These dudes is from Flint and Detroit in Atlanta making it rain, and y'all jumping in like it's cool. And I'm thinking about North Philly and South Philly and West Philly. And if they don't know you and you going in there, I'm like, ain't no way
No
in
way.
hell. Ain't no. So I'm like, how does this happen? So all the Michigan dudes knew they can get away with it, and in Chicago, and I'm like, this is crazy. You know, but a whole lot of people, the gangsters too, they want control of Atlanta. Everybody want control in Atlanta, baby. It's crazy down there. Control freak madness in Atlanta.
So I know that one of the characters in the book, the female rapper, you know, I spoke to you about before. She has a big control issue. The thing is, a lot of the characters in the book reminds me of characters, and I don't want to give away the book, of people that are today. You know what I mean?
I don't write Space Invaders. I don't write about Martians. I write about us, man. My stuff is faction. I'm not writing some unbelievable. No, I'm writing what
all of the characters.
So every character is based on
I was
real
gonna
stuff.
say every
Definitely.
character you can relate to someone in like or you seen or something like that. So it's real interesting. But the other thing, do you think who has more control, right? If you look at it like women and men from the States, from here, or from abroad, because control can come also from the way you was raised, you know, like, you know, if it's a Hispanic person or an Italian person or a black person. So when we talk about control, it opens Pandora's box. You know what I'm saying? So in your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Who do you think? You know what I'm saying? Is it more control over here in the States, or is it people want more control abroad? You know?
That's an interesting question, and I'm going to get off that pattern and say money controls more. So if you got an international person with money, they nice and calm. They come over here like, oh, no problem. I can pay for it. Who wants to do this? They spending money around. If you here and you ain't got no money, you ain't got control. You ain't got the money to have control. So it ain't going to work the same way. So you can have an American that's running around trying to get control and don't have it. And you have a Jamaican that got money and he nice and calm and cool. Hey, run, go give me that. You're going to bring this over here. They're going to go make you the. He got the money to do that. You don't.
Yeah.
So the control is about the power and the money, dude. Like, don't get it twisted. That whole international versus, that don't mean nothing. We got a whole lot of people in America stressed out with no control because they don't have the money to be in control. And you got people from overseas that might have less money. But we don't need all that money over here. I can control with the money I got, and I'm nice and calm and good, and I'm not going to be stressed out in America like y'all stressed out. So, no, it ain't about, you know, America or overseas. Is really about money and how your head is established with the money that you got. Can I control what I need to control, or do I need to do something else? And that's what can freak you out, and that's what's going on in the book. How much control do you have? How much control do you want? How much control can you get? And how do you respond with that? That's what it's all about.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Once again, 347-903-5664. What's those 7 books, people? What's those 7 books?
That's right. Hit them up.
Yeah, call in. I see everybody is watching the show, but nobody wants to call in. What you guys scared of? Ain't nothing to be scared of. Have control.
That's right. Have control of what you got to do. That's it.
Exactly.
Don't let them put no fear there. That's it.
Yeah, man. That's the number there on the screen. You guys could call in. Like I said, the 7 books. Omar Tyree.
That's the point. Like when I was telling y'all earlier, never scared. As a journalist, I was always ready to ask a question. In fact, I remember when Spike Lee came and he had just did School Days, And we had guys on campus that was dissing him because he had like the whole fraternity thing. And they was like, well, why come you didn't use the real fraternity and this and that and this? And I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's a movie. He's just saying
It's
about
a
the
movie.
essence
Yeah,
of
yeah,
fraternity.
yeah.
He ain't got to use the real joint. But every time I was places, man, I'm raising my hand. I'm asking questions because I ain't scared. But you get some
Yeah, you
people,
have
I
to.
don't want it, doing it, So that's what it. But that's why I end up with more information. That's why I end up doing more stuff because I'm not scared. My son right
Exactly.
now, I got a son who's in the rap game. His name Griot Noy, Griot. He just
How old
drove
is
to
he?
Pittsburgh. He's 25. He just drove to
Okay.
Pittsburgh. But he's my son. He's like, he ain't scared. I said, you just drove to Pittsburgh by yourself? He go to Chicago. He go up to New York. So he got all these friends online. They want him to make albums and stuff with him. He's jumping on everybody's stuff. He got the heart, though. You got some people, I ain't going up there by myself. He like, yo, dude, I ain't got nobody to ride with me. This is business. I got to do what I got to do.
That's right.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah.
You got to keep it moving, man.
I can't wait for a whole crew of dudes to go with me. If y'all can't go, I gotta go. If they want my money anyway, they don't want 5 rappers. They want Griot Noy. So I'm gonna be there.
That's it. Straight like that. So how is that music thing coming along with you? Because I know we spoke on that a while back. You still doing any of that?
I can still produce my behind off. It's distribution. You got to get it in front of more people, and it's expensive to do that. And this whole thing called viral, I mean, that's crazy. Go viral, make it go viral. It's like, come on, man. Like that's like spending your nights, throwing it. And then what's going on now? People fake with that viral stuff, man. You got people that got money and they put money behind it, and then they say it went viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once again, you got that control to do that. You got the control to do that.
Stop lying, cuz.
Yeah, everybody don't have that.
It's sexy in public to say it went viral. Like the people chose it, not me. So it's the new game, but they got money behind it.
Yeah.
So when you doing when you negotiating for your book deals, do you get little control over the negotiations or a lot of control?
It depends on what you want and how many books you sold previously. That's just the same thing.
I'm talking
It's like
about
with
when O go sit down with that man to discuss that deal, do O negotiate with confidence and control? Like what's your control limit there when you negotiating for your book?
Numbers, brother. That's the most control you're gonna get. Numbers. What did you do last time? That's the main thing, dude. What's the numbers? That's what gave me control. When you bring up Fly Girl and they got the numbers, that gets me a new deal. That's bottom line.
That's what I want to hear.
Analytics. They even doing sports now. Analytics is now they got the social media. How many followers you got? And I only got 10,000. I don't know if Instagram is holding me back. I need 50 people to break 10,000. 50 people. All I need is 50 followers. But this crazy.
Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear that, right?
I'm not going to follow him. It's like it's money or something. I'm not going to follow him. All it is a click of a button to say you follow. Then you can forget about me. You can forget about me. But they act like, no, I'm not going to follow him. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All I need is 50 people. 50 people to follow me. Just press the button and forget about me. But they look at it like it's money. I'm not giving Omar my follow. I'm not going. He has to earn my follow. It's crazy. But you'll give your follow to a 5-year-old kid that did some bubblegum commercial. Oh, isn't that cute? I'm going to follow him. It's crazy. But then when the numbers come, I try to get a sponsorship. Oh, Omar, you only got 10,000. Dude, I sold 3 million books. Yeah, but right now you only have 10,000 people following you. So it becomes awkward. Like that. How do I explain that? How do you explain that?
Go back.
That's crazy.
The social media thing is getting crazy, man. It's like taking over everything, man. And this is the brother's book there. That's the new one out, man. Control. Go get that, man. Everywhere. Go get it, man. Yeah, man. Amazon. If you don't want to get in your car and go to the bookstore, go Amazon and everything. Yeah, man. Audio and everything. So tell us what's this project here you got going on with a young lady here? What's going on here?
She was interviewing me. I'm doing just like you guys are podcasters.
Okay.
Kimberly S. Reed, she's like inside the business community. and she does a lot of podcasts and events. So I wanted her to interview me because she has an audience already, and I know that she knows how to interview well. Because as y'all know right now, I don't like dead air time. So if you get quiet and I'm just gonna start talking about what I'm doing because I'm a journalist and I'm looking at the time. Like, so if you ain't got the questions, I'm doing this here. Like, all right, let me just start talking.
Yeah.
But Kimberly S. Reed, I did a whole tour. Martha Jews is in Baltimore, so I did a whole tour with podcasters in each city. I'm going to Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama next. I'm gonna be there. What's that, Thursday? What's that, August the 1st? I think it is. Yeah, next Thursday. So I do all these different events with podcasters because they know how to talk, they know how to interview, and they have an audience.
Yeah, because you did say that you want to get on more podcasts now. Start jumping on them, which is a good thing.
Invite me on everything. Let's talk about the book, everything. I'm trying to jump on because that's the new media now. You guys are the new media, so you got to get hip to that.
So how important are reviews to you? And stuff like that when you get reviews and people read your book and everything like that. How important is that to you?
Well, it's the word of the mouth of the people. You gotta have that. So they say I got 1,000 reviews. That means 1,000 people wanted to make comments on it. That's a good thing, brother. You know that the comments is always that's what they want, interaction. So if they interaction with a review, you know you're doing well, but you got to get it to them first. And that's the thing. So I got to do 1 million podcasts, run my mouth so they can read the book. Then they'll do a review because it's a damn good book. It's a damn good book.
Right.
I got a podcast coming next week. Sisters called me up for the 24th, and they read all the book. I said, did y'all read the book? Did y'all read the book? Because if y'all ain't read the book, I'm going to give away a lot of stuff that y'all don't want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, because that book is really convoluted where you get to the ending and a whole lot of crazy stuff happens. Oh,
man.
My God. Oh, my God. So I'm like, if you didn't read it, you don't want me talking about that book if you didn't read it yet. So it's one of the books where I have to wait. I got to be patient and let them read before we talk in detail. And then once they read it, we going to have a good time. We going to have a good time. Yeah.
So do you ask, when you have your book signings, do you ask the people who get in a book sign, what do you like about the book? Or do you talk to them about the book, to see if they actually read it or not?
Or you just sign the book.
Or you just sign the book.
Typically, when you're doing a book signing, they just buying a book. They don't have it yet. So unless they bring in an old book, like Control, I'm on tour now. So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if I get to the West Coast, they should have read it by now. But a lot of times they wait to come to the bookstore to buy the book and get it signed. They don't buy it. So I wish they would buy it like that, but you would have to do a late tour. So most of the time, the way we tour, we don't tour like music after they know the single already. We tour to sell the book. So that they know I'm coming, like Charlemagne the God right now is doing a lot of events where you got to pay to get in because they're selling a book for entry. So that therefore he's doing a tour to sell the. That's what we do.
Oh, that's the game.
Tours to sell the book versus music. You doing a tour to expand the music, to expand the. You know what I mean? Because you already got it out there.
I got you.
Yeah, because I could. Sell the book.
Yeah, I thought people come in with the book under their arm and be like, Mr. Omar, can you sign this for me? I read your book and it was this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how.
They'll do that with old books. I got 30 of them, so they'll bring in the old books. But with the new book, that's what you there to sell the book. Now, if they come in with a book, they probably bought it a week. And typically, you do tours when the book first comes out. That's when you do tours. You don't do tours 5 months after the book because now you done wasted the opportunity to get the numbers, right? So if you're going to do a film premiere, you ain't doing a film premiere after the film been out 5 weeks. You're going to do it the first week because you want to get the momentum. That's the momentum. So we do book tours to get that momentum to push the book forward in the first month, in the first week, in the first day. That's what you tour for.
That's good,
man. It's different from music.
Big up to my man.
And then the music, y'all get paid to sing. I don't get paid to do readings and stuff. Y'all get paid to go up there on stage. That's different.
Right in the gate.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that boy name? The ODB. Who want to make an MC if I can't get paid to be an MC?
Exactly.
So listen, tell me, what is the most surprising thing you learned about yourself becoming a writer with so many publications and stuff out? what is one of the most surprising things that you learned about yourself?
Well, right now, I would say right now, I'm continuing to learn. And I
Okay.
just read this article yesterday because I've been calling myself a genius for a long time. And black people, we afraid of that word. We let
Mm-hmm.
somebody else, and we the biggest geniuses in the world, but we won't use the word because in our community, when you say that, oh, you think you smarter than somebody.
You think
you
you're smarter than
cocky.
somebody?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
we
cocky.
can be gangsters, we can be
Mm-hmm.
thugs, we can be pimps, we can
Mm-hmm.
be athletes, we can be dumb, we can be crazy as hell. But if you say you
Mm-hmm.
smart as hell, oh, you
Yeah.
think you better than somebody,
Yeah.
you think you know.
You a
But
square.
Exactly.
You a
I've been
square.
using that word genius for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
geniuses are always curious. How does that
Mm-hmm.
work? How did you do that? How do I need to do? We always asking questions, want to know more. So I'm
Yep.
55 now, still
Mm-hmm.
got that young energy, that young face, because I'm always turned on by life, dude. That's what it is. You guys got a podcast because you want to know the question. How do you answer this? What's about? Let's talk about that. It's
Mm-hmm.
curiosity. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm always curious, always learning. At 55, I got new stuff every day. I got new stuff I'm learning. So when
You
I
have
was
to
like the
be.
passport, I had dudes overseas that's calling me up like, Omar, you got to come to Panama. Oh my God, Omar, Colombia, Omar, Brazil, Omar, Venezuela. You know, them dudes is out there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to write about this. Carnival. Brothers get in trouble in Trinidad and Tobago. And if you got any pictures of Carnival when they putting them outfits on,
Oh yeah.
brother,
Mhm.
brother.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's curiosity all the time. So that's the thing it's not really surprising at this point. I'm always excited about what I'm doing next. So when you get to the point where you no longer excited, where you now you can't do anything because that's going to come across to the people.
Yeah,
when
that's
you do
that's
your, they
Yeah.
gonna
yeah.
feel it.
That's gonna
Yeah.
block everything. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna block everything that you're trying to get done. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And I'm
Especially
I'm
when the
kind of
right
like,
person.
yeah, I'm kind of the same way in the aspect. You know what I'm saying? And my brother can attest to this because, you know, sometimes I think I'm a genius. Sometimes because I think of things that I believe that nobody else is thinking about.
Yeah.
It may be way off the chart or whatever. And sometimes my brother be like, or my wife, even my wife, sometimes she tell me that, oh, here we go with your ideas.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
ideas
That's it.
come to light.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
once
make
they
the
come to
world
light,
go round. We on a
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Somebody thought up this idea. Hey, let's
That's
have
right.
guys on a show. Let's make it happen. Now we
Yep.
doing it. I tell people all the time, cars was fiction. Now we doing
Yep.
it. Buildings was fiction. Now we got them. Airplanes was fiction. Trips to the moon. We talking about it now. In another 50 years, they're
We
gonna
be on
people
Mars.
the moon. It's what
Yep.
it is. So
Yep,
if
it
you
is what
don't
it-
think about it, it ain't gonna happen. But I get all these people like, oh man, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And I tell people all the time. That's why
Oh,
I
man.
started calling myself, because I said, what are you thinking? I used to pass people all the time, and they would always say nothing. And I said, that's the biggest lie
That's
in
it,
the world.
yeah.
Nobody's thinking nothing, but they
Nothing,
get
yeah.
used to saying that because what they saying is, I don't feel like telling you what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is crazy, and I don't want to validate my craziness. I haven't really conceived what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking don't mean nothing, so I'm not going to tell you that. In fact, it's none of your business. I don't even know you. Why would I tell you what I'm
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
shut down, like you said
Shut
earlier,
down.
writer's block.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if you ask a genius,
which is the
what
wrong
they're
thing.
Oh, he gonna
thinking,
spit it.
Oh,
He gonna
man, I'm
spit
thinking
it. He or
about
she
this,
gonna
thinking about,
spit it.
and then they start saying, well, I'm sorry I asked him. He got all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
ask it. So when they ask me what I'm thinking, I got a whole lot of stuff on my mind.
Yeah.
But if you
Or
keep
they
saying
gonna
nothing,
say, oh, well, that's a good idea.
yeah,
You know what I
there
mean?
you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Now you making money. What they
I didn't
call
think
it, a
about that.
think tank. They call it a
Yeah,
think
think tank.
tank. A
Yeah,
think
yeah,
tank.
yeah.
But if
I'm
you
a
ain't
think
thinking
tank.
nothing, you ain't gonna be in that think tank, and you ain't gonna
I'm a-
make no money. You ain't gonna
I'm
make
a
no
think
money.
tank. I
Right.
sit
Thinking
up at
people make
night.
the money. Thinking people
Oh, I
make
sit
the
up
money.
at night. Oh, and I just
Yeah.
write down all the ideas. Just
There you
write them
go.
down. Write them down.
So-
all the
so-
ideas. Man.
So since you're a writer
Yeah.
and you have your books out, what is your favorite books to read? But it's not yours, not any Omar
not my
Tyree
book.
books,
Okay.
not your books. What is
Well,
a
you
book
say
that
to
your
read.
go-to?
Does that mean I'm reading it all the time? Because I
Um,
read a book and move on. I don't read them.
No,
back and
no,
forth.
no. Like,
Unless you're reading the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. If you
Yeah,
read
okay.
one of them. Yeah.
So let me rephrase it as saying the books that you have read. Which ones were your favorite that you have read?
Like one
Malcolm
of your
X,
favorite
man.
books.
Malcolm X is why I'm Omar Rashad Tyree right now. He was like, we ain't even got our own names. So
Oh,
I used to
That's it.
be Antoine
exactly.
Eric McLaurin. I was like Omar
That's
Rashad.
it.
And then Tyree is my father's name, Tyree. So
Okay.
I love that name, so I gotta have that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's Malcolm X. And then Miles Davis. Man, I love Miles Davis, dude. He was the rawest black man, the most honest
Yeah,
black.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love Miles. Miles Davis ain't
Miles
sugarcoating,
Davis.
ain't lying,
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
shuffling and jiving. And he told white people, you don't like my music, you can get the fuck out. I don't fuck with none of y'all. Miles wasn't having it. And the
Yeah.
white man was like, okay, Miles, okay, whatever you need, Miles, whatever you need. And he turned his back to the audience and played his horn. That dude, and I love that
Yeah.
dude, man. And then I got a fiction book, called Wild Seed from Octavia Butler. It's about the power of a black man and power of a black woman. Excellent book, man. Wild
Nice,
Seed.
nice.
And then of
I'm
course,
writing it down right now.
Native Son from Richard Wright started everything, man. That you know what I mean. That Chicago book, Bigger Jones, you know what I mean. That started. So it's a lot of books, man. A lot of authors.
Yeah.
Iceberg Slum is my dude. I
I
love
yeah,
Iceberg
yeah.
Slum.
Man,
Yeah,
I
stuff.
yeah,
read
we
all
already
of them,
Pimp.
man. I read
Yeah,
We got-
Pimp.
we just talking
Next
about
level.
them. I read
Yeah.
all of them. Black Girl
Yeah.
Lost.
Well, you
and
know
Y'all
what?
Can
Yeah.
Win.
This the
All of
litmus
them.
test. I ask kids that read both. I say, who you choose, Iceberg Slum or Donald Goines? I always ask that litmus test. Who you choose, Iceberg Slum or Donald Goines? You want to answer that? Alpha Moon, you want to answer that?
For
Go
me,
ahead.
personally, Donald Goins.
Okay. All right. What
Like
about you, Red Specs? What's your answer?
Donald Goins, like, and they used to call them jail books. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Donald
yeah.
Goins, Iceberg
Yeah,
Slim
go ahead.
book. They
What
used to
Yeah,
about
call
you,
them
Red
that.
Specs?
and I think I agree with my brother because
Donald Goines, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. It was more powerful to me, you
It
know,
was
reading it.
revolutionary. It was like
Exactly.
a lot of
More
his books was like
especially
When you
at that
say more,
time.
when you say more powerful, you gotta explain that now. I can't let you get away with more powerful. That's a heavy word. How is it more powerful? Go ahead.
me or respect.
No, he was talking to me. He was talking to
Oh,
me.
Yeah.
okay.
Red
So
Specs said it's more powerful. Go ahead.
because it used to give me that energy from living back in those in that at that time because I had relatives that were in the same kind of situation, whether it was my uncles and all of them, and they the one told me about Donald Gomes and stuff like that. So I used to just sit there. Yeah, I used to just sit there and listen to these things, and I'm thinking that it's all fiction. A lot of it was fiction. You know what I'm saying? But as I sat there and I just thought that these guys were powerful people. You know what I'm saying? What my father's telling me about, or what he's telling me about these people. And you got to remember, like the people that were in prison and stuff like that. I think we tend to look at them in a different light than our other friends.
Okay.
I think they do that same thing here. That they think they're a little more powerful than the average guy walking around going to work every day. You know what I'm saying, like that. So
I like that.
Now, when you say that, I got a question. Did you really read Iceberg Slum? Did you really read him, or you just read Donald? I'm asking. Did y'all really read Iceberg? Because it sounds like y'all just read
Iceberg
Donald.
Slim and I read Donald Goins.
Well,
I read Donald Goins
No, I didn't go
in high school.
All right, go
That's
ahead.
how long ago.
Go ahead, Red Specs. Did you read Iceberg Slim? Go ahead. I'm listening.
I've read partial of Iceberg Slim.
All right, there you go. He read parts of it.
Yeah, I read parts of it, and like I told you, I learned like from my relatives about the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
They were telling you about it. Not about reading this. They were telling you about it.
They told me verbal about everything and stuff like that. But
Now let me drop my hammer on. I'm gonna drop my hammer on both of y'all. Iceberg was the master. Donald Goines' copy came after Iceberg. Iceberg was way more complicated. So when I asked that question, I understand if they big readers or just basic readers. Donald Goines had basic writing stuff. Iceberg was on another level. Even with the affirmation. What affirmation is who you give the credit to the sentence to.
Right.
Iceberg had affirmation in front of the sentence. I said, girl, you better give me my money. She said, Iceberg. That's actually how we speak. So when I was first reading Iceberg, I was like, that's backwards. We don't say, go to the store, I said. Jump over the bar. We don't speak like that. So that affirmation in front of the sentence, when you read Iceberg, after you get through about 3 chapters, it feels like you sitting on the corner with him. It's totally different feel, but it's complicated. That's why he had a pimptionary in the back of his book. He's not even breaking down the language. If you don't understand what we talking about, you're going to have to know what we talking. Very complicated. But with Donald Goines, it's simple language, simple stuff. The characters are heavy, but the writing style, the writing style, the Iceberg Slim was way up there, bro. And so I always use that as a litmus test because as soon as they say, and I don't have no disrespect for Donald Goines, but Iceberg is the master, undisputed.
Yeah. I mean, I like.
Well, he's known. Yeah, he's known for.
That's coming from a writer. That's coming from a writer. So I'm looking at it different.
Yeah, for me, it's just
I'm looking at the delivery. And Iceberg, you got to understand, Donald Jones was inspired by Iceberg.
Yeah, Iceberg Slim.
And you got to remember, too.
You start talking about Kung Fu masters, you got the teacher with the old gray hair that'll kill you in one move. And then you got the student that becomes this wild young student. But you still got to go back to the teacher.
And like I said, Iceberg Slim,
he becomes a teacher at some point.
Yeah, he and going back to what I was saying before, he became like this new American hero. You know what I'm saying? And like known for just telling the truth, whether the truth was ugly, whether the truth was rude, whether it was straight, blunt. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was. That's how Iceberg Slim was. And I think he went on to like publish like more books or something like that. Six more books. Based on his life.
On a writing level, because y'all reading on a writing level. Trust me, Iceberg is way. So when you hear the complicated people, they choose Iceberg. So when you hear Iceberg Slim, Ice-T, all them dudes, Iceberg is that because they elevated. They at that next level. But just for people that just want to read the easy, straight to me, Donald Goines. So I always understood that from day one because it took longer and I had to use more of my brain to understand what Iceberg was doing. Donald Goines is straightforward. So immediately I went read the Iceberg like, yo, dude over here. And then I copied some of Iceberg's stuff with the affirmation in the front of the sentence. Girl, get over here. I told her, I did a whole lot and then people say the same thing about my work. Omar, it sounds like I'm right next to you.
And that's what I was saying too. Yeah, and that's what I was saying too about them two is like he was Slim was like my uncles in them. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me feel the way I feel because I love my uncles. And that was them, Uncle Charles and Joe. And they had that, it was just them. You know what I mean? They didn't care what they say, how they say it.
Well, they both on the list. Yeah, but they did care. Yeah. Iceberg cared how he said it because he said, "I'm not watering down the language." You got everybody listening. Go to Iceberg's books, and you got to go to the back of the book to learn what he even talking about. He like, I ain't watering down nothing. I'm not even explaining it. You got to go to the back of the. That's creative power right there. Like, no. Yeah, I'm not. Because the editors, I know, Iceberg, we don't understand it. I don't care. Go to the back.
So listen up, people. Listen up, people. I got my boy BK Pinky in the building, man. He's going to come up on set right now with us, man. And what's up, Pink? What's good, baby?
What's going on, partner?
What's up?
How you doing?
Omar Tyree. And this is my boy, BK Pinky. He comes here with the news after the segment is over, man, and tell us what's going on in Brooklyn and outside. He's a street news.
Right. Yo, actually, my wife, she had told me she got my son name from you, Omar. His name is Tyree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
with a K on it. With a K on it, Tyreek.
No. Tyree, this how you got it.
Oh, with no K. Okay,
T-Y-R-E-E.
all right,
With
all
no
right,
K.
good deal,
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brooklyn actually had that song "Fly Girl" from the Boogie Boys. The
Of
Fly,
course.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Fly girl.
and that's why I
yeah.
used the double Y's, like
Yeah.
because we saying fly, we ain't saying fly. It's
Fly.
fly,
Right.
man. We
Fly.
flat girl fly. And
Right.
I remember,
Right.
dude, 1985. I was at this playground party in West Philadelphia, back in the bottom, and that's when we started wearing him Hawaiian shirts and colored socks and PK shoes. But I'm talking about dudes, they were straight gangsters at this, and we was at the like a playground party, and that fly
Right.
girl joint came on, the fly, fly, fly girl.
That was
And the
that was
girls
my
had the
record, man.
earrings.
That was the
Dude,
record. That was the
and
record.
it was nothing but gangsters with the whole colorful stuff in the 85,
That's
boy.
it.
It was crazy. But that's when that whole fly girl thing came from. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
we the flies, hardcore, Philadelphia, New York people. But that's where
Yeah.
that song "Fly Girl" from the Boogie Boys. Jay-Z even jumped on that joint on the second album. He did that over.
So if you didn't write, if you wasn't writing, what would you be doing right now?
I was still gonna own a business because I
What
have
kind
a
of business?
temperament. Pharmacy, barbershop, whatever. I was cutting hairs too at Pitt, so I was owning a barbershop. But no matter what, it would have been something that I own and control because
Right.
that's where I don't like being out of control with somebody else telling me what to do, and I can't do it, dude. Like, I'm the oldest grandson. Yeah, I got 2 younger brothers. I got all younger cousins. I'm the chief. So as the chief, dude, I had a lot of, spoilization,
Control.
as you call it. I was around my uncles and cousins. They always came to get me. Let's go
Yeah.
get your nephew. I'm always being chosen. So you can't take that away from me. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm going to be. And that's why I had a problem with Hollywood. I go out there, dude, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. And they like, no, sit down. Let's talk about it. I'm like, whoa, are we going to do this or not? So, yeah, I'm one of them people that I got to be in control of what I'm doing. That's why that book is so important now.
I hear you.
So
Go
I
out there and
would've
get
had-
that
I
book,
would have had a
man.
business. Yeah.
Yeah. Last question for the day, man. And what advice would you give a first-time author, getting into your business? What advice would you give them?
I give them 2 things with that. I always say the same thing. Writers write. Because we got a lot of people talking about, I've always been thinking about writing. I wanted to write one day. I've been dreaming about writing. I'm like, yo, if you want to play basketball, you ain't saying I want to think about you're going to grab a ball and go to the courts. So I'm like, if you want to write, then write.
Right.
Pick out your pad, pick out your pen, and write. Then you got to share it with people because you got to see if it's good. This is what you do. If you rhyming, you want to share. Yo, check this verse out.
Yeah,
You
we
got to
send out
share
some
it to see if it's
samples.
good. So if you writing and not sharing, don't mean nothing. You got to write it and then, yo, what you say? What you think about this? What you think about? Now that's where that courage comes out. You got to have heart. You can't be like, I'm gonna write. I don't want nobody to see it. Like, yo, I don't want nobody. Dude, you can't be no writer then. You don't want nobody to see it. What you doing? And then the second one, finish what you start. We got too many people. Yeah, I started writing. I just didn't finish it yet. When did you start writing it? About 5 years ago. Dude, you got something in 5 years. Finish it. So I tell people all the time, don't start trying to write a whole album. You got to do a verse first. These jokers want to do a whole book. You can't finish a short story. Do a short story first and learn how to finish.
Right.
You got to learn how to finish. So you got to get the 16 bars, then you do the 32, then you do the 48, then you do the next record, then you can do an album.
Yeah.
You can't come out wanting to do an album and you can't do 16.
Hey, they can't even get to 6. They got to do 8. They got to spit 8 bars.
You can't get
first.
8.
You can't go to
I tell
16. You
people,
got to give me
you
first
gotta
8
learn,
bars.
You got to learn to start with the easy stuff.
I
Write
hear
an
you.
essay, write a poem, write a short story before you start trying to mess with novels, man. Like, stop it, dude. Play a quarter before you try to play the whole game.
Oh, 4.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, man. My brother, it's been nice here talking to you on the show, man. And you can come back
Thanks.
anytime, man. We enjoyed your information, your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, especially about writing books and stuff like that. And much respect to you, man. And big up with that new book, man. Yeah, go out and get that book, people. Go out and get that book, man.
Follow Omar on Instagram. 50 people. Where's Fetch? I'm 50 people away from
Yeah, let's put that
10K.
up there.
Come
Yeah,
on.
he's 50
Just press
people
the
away.
button and forget about it.
Press the
Just
button.
press the follow button and forget about it. Just
Press
press
the
the
damn
button.
Just press the damn button.
Take
All
care,
right,
brother.
fellas.
Peace.
All right, brother. Take care, man. Peace,
Thanks,
peace.
fellas.
All right, love you.
That's from Rush Hour. Press the goddamn button.
Yeah, just press the button. Press the button.
What's up, brother? How you been, man? I heard you was on the plantation today. What's going on?
Yeah,
People still
man. Yeah, man. It's heat. It's out there, honey. It's hot, man.
You want some lemonade?
You want some lemonade? You want water?
all right, man. So I'm assuming you got some news for us, man.
Oh man, do I got some news
All right,
for you?
so
man.
let's get into it.
Good evening. This is BK Pinky for Food for Thought here to fill up your thoughts. Well, everybody know what happened Sunday, July 14th. It was a lone shooter, 20 years old, Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was on the roof at the Trump Republican prep rally in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Mr. Crooks had an AR-15 style assault rifle shooting toward Donald Trump and people in the crowd. One man died. He was a former fire chief of Buffalo, and two others was also injured. Mr. Crook was shot dead on scene by law enforcement. But I want to know where was the Secret Service? People was pointing at the roof, telling the man's got a gun on top of the roof, and they just shoved it off like it was nothing. And just like Mel's favorite song, it went from dreams to nightmares.
Oh,
It's crazy. Well, it was the director, Kathleen Cheetah, said they dropped the ball.
They definitely did.
I definitely think they dropped the ball because from them little Twitter videos that we see, that they were pointing at the guy on the roof.
Correct.
They was pointing. There you go. You see it. Matter of fact, he was walking around in the crowd beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around with those golf distant things. And that's how they chased him. They lost him. He went to the roof and shot him. Crazy.
Right. Now Donald Trump should say his favorite words to these Secret Service. You're fired. All of you fired.
Yeah, he definitely got you're fired. Yeah.
Well, they gave him a second chance. They're in the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and see if they give him a second chance on life. Because after this, head's gonna roll after this.
Oh yeah, for sure. What else you got for us?
Well, up and coming rapper, Hand the God, aka also her name is Lumina Green.
Mm-hmm.
She was shot and killed at a Glamour beauty supply store in Oakland. She was there for a meet and greet for at the grand opening. So said she posted on Instagram that she was going to be there. She got over 20,000 followers. She's a big upcoming rapper in Oakland. Back in September 2023, she had made a diss song, saying call That's My Ex-Pac. It was implying to her ex-boyfriend getting killed. Allegedly, her ex-boyfriend there was domestic violence towards her, and people really think that because of that song, that's why they killed her. So they went straight, the target. She was the target. They didn't shoot anybody. Only one person got hurt. But I heard it was just her being targeted. They shot at her only.
Yeah, I heard about that too,
Any
man.
arrests or anything? Any arrests or anything?
Any
Did they
arrests?
find
No,
anybody?
no, they find nobody. Heard about 8 people or whatever, but it's no arrest so far.
Yeah, man.
What you
I
say,
heard
Richard?
about that too. No, I'm just saying I heard about that too, where the boyfriend was abusing her and
Correct.
she shot and killed him. I think she did 8 months or whatever she did in jail and came out. And then she just started, you know, boasting about it, I guess, in her raps and stuff like that. And I
Mhm.
guess, I don't know,
Oh,
somebody who didn't like it and just
Right.
and caught her out there at the store. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
It
So
was the
her
family
grand.
members. Yeah, family members thinking it was a target towards her, because of that song. She made
yeah.
a music video about it as well.
Yeah,
Um,
she did a couple of things
things,
talking
yeah.
about it, podcasts and a whole bunch of other stuff that she
Right.
had
Right.
did with that. And I, I
These lyrics, man, these lyrics get people caught up. You know what I'm
Caught
saying?
up.
A lot of ears listening.
Mm-hmm.
They got more ears listening than eyes watching them doing it.
yeah,
So,
man, yeah, man, yeah.
you know,
Right.
they got to be
Certain things,
careful.
yeah, certain things is just off the table, man. To me,
Yeah.
but some people
Mhm.
don't have what do you call it though? They don't have it,
Loose
man.
lips.
Yeah, they just
Mhm.
have the loose lips and they don't care
Loose
about
lips
what
take
they
a shit.
say. Yeah, they don't care what they say.
Right.
It could be to the dead and buried, to somebody that's sick or whatever. And some people go past that line, talk about people, kids, and all that, and different. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Certain things got to be off the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. What
But
else
then
you got?
again, sometimes it don't
Well,
come from them.
Yeah, yeah.
well. Did y'all see that fight? Shakur fight?
No,
Well,
I ain't see it.
I
No.
glanced through it because it bored me. It wasn't like Dante, or
So all
Davis
the
or
talk was
whatever.
true.
All the talk, it was bull crap. But the one who got the heat was Cam and Mace.
Hmm.
Well, Cam and Mace got all the heat from Jay Prince and Shakur Stevenson. And Jay Prince said, you know, you doing shots to you get the fade and stuff like that. And we we from the hood, we get from
Mhm.
the fade. What that means,
Exactly.
like, what you talking about? Girl said, we get it packed, get strapped or
Yeah.
strap up,
He
or
said, "Go get
so
the
he said
strap."
us, go get the strap.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what
what
you
he said.
mean go get the strap? What you
Mhm.
mean go get the strap? Well, Cam and Mace ain't like that. So Mace told Mace told something about Jay Prince. You a 60-year-old dude trying to be a street Negro. You
Mhm.
know, what are you doing? Like, you want to be a manager or you want to be in the street? Like, pick one.
Yeah, yeah.
But they didn't
Yeah.
like that. They thought they was, little dudes. So
Mhm.
Mace let them know we not no little Negroes, man.
Mhm.
We up there
Been in
now.
here.
The
Yeah,
kids
we've been in
respect.
here.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gotta respect us too. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So
Well, yeah, I don't know.
it,
All
it,
this,
it's crazy. All this
all the,
talk, all
yeah,
this
yeah. Back and forth on social media. First of
yeah.
all, they're host of a podcast that talks about
Mm-hmm.
sports. They're
Right.
sports commentators.
Correct.
Okay, so they were voicing their opinions.
Just like us.
Yeah, just like us, voicing
Just
their
like us.
opinion on the guy. If he suck,
Correct.
he suck. He just got to get himself together and get better and
Right.
do what he have to do. That's all it
Right.
is. They,
Right.
not everybody like Cam said. Ain't everybody's not gonna like him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody don't gonna like him. So what you gonna do? Say I'm gonna beat up everybody because I don't. You guys don't like him. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Well,
I
to
guess
me, it
they
comes down
trying
to
to put sometimes
they just want to punk him.
yeah.
Yeah, they sports
That's the thing.
commentators.
But
Yeah, they
what he
sports
do is
commentators. Yeah.
they more what you do is because Mace told him oh, you trying to be selective. Because there's other people that say something about too, and you
That,
ain't
yeah,
say
that is,
nothing about
yeah,
them.
that
So
is
you
selective.
think you can come to me with that? You think you're gonna punk me about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
saying? It's just like when what's this dude? The baby came to Charlemagne and them with it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else is talking about it too as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So you want to come to me, think you can get over it?
DJ Third Eye Daryl Jones.
Hold on, I got a call real quick. 5 minutes before we get ready to get off. Hold on, 1 second, 1 second. Hey, what's up, caller? What's your name and where you calling from?
Peace, man. It's Darrell, man. DJ Third Eye. What's good, bro?
What's up,
How you
brother?
doing?
What's up, bro?
What's good?
Peace, peace.
What
I'm watching the gods.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. We just discussing Cameron Mace and
Prince
Jay
and
Prince. Yeah,
Shakur
Jay
and
Prince
Shakur.
incident, man. And it's sad that you know, it's coming to this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're discussing, you know.
What you got going on over there, man, on your side? What's new with you guys, man?
Man, I'm doing what I hope the listeners would be doing. I'm eating pistachios and paying attention to my brothers, getting my food for thought in order. That's what I'm
That's
doing.
it, man. You know how I go.
Yeah,
You know
man.
how I go, man.
Word.
You heard Omar Tyree
Yeah.
doing his thing, publisher. So we got him up there, another brother trying to do his
Yeah,
thing.
great job. Great job. Great
Yeah.
job. Great job, brother. Peace.
Yeah.
Really. That was not only great job, but he's producing, right?
Yeah,
We in a society that's non-productive, and he's producing.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
You know, I wanted to get in there, man, with Bishop and you brothers, right? And definitely holler at the moon and say, man, we're gonna have this quick. I got a quick moment here, right? And we're gonna, you know, we're gonna be doing some shows, so we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of things together. Shout out to your audience, man, everybody that's listening, right? But I definitely want to chime in on the fact when we talking Trump, right? I just want to backtrack on that. I just want to be clear, you know, my brothers, because, you know, some shiny sneakers and a bunch of little COVID money, none of that's really going to mean nothing in the end, right?
That's
and
right.
Black life, man, you know, we know what it is, and it's game, peace game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we know the game, man, I don't really give him no condoodles, right? Because there's a whole bunch of mothers out here, man, for us brothers all over this country, you know, even playing with and looking at it and trying to solve who shot him and how it happened, right? If we were so busy doing that, man, why don't we go on and what happens in the neighborhood when the mother trying to solve who killed her kids? Then it's like somebody snitching, don't say nothing, right? And I'm watching all the celebrities, everybody like, you trying to solve it, right? You know what I mean? You're trying to solve it for a devil, man, real talk, instead of just looking at it like, what about the principal of the neighborhood? We ain't worried about who getting shot in the neighborhood.
Nope.
Right.
That's just like I said with the
You know
story
what I'm
Bishop said with Chinky. Look, in 2015, and now they solving his murder. Like, what happened to the justice for that family?
I'm not going to be looking at somebody else in the world, right, who not only has the objective to kind of manipulate the world, right, because, you know, we know the game, right, but also has lived their life and really never done no sacrifice. That's when it comes to it, no matter how smooth you lay it down, it's like if we're in the penitentiary, you're not going to convince me, you know what I mean, what the life is like unless you live in it, right? You're not going to be out in the world telling me, you know, your family, man, you might be away or something, man, as I was, and, you know, somebody outside, it's easy for them to say, hold your head, everything going to be all right. You know, you ain't there in the night fight. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. That just sounds easy, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like in the same instance of this right here, right? This dude is putting all his chips on number 17, right? You know what I mean? And the ball's bouncing. How it bounced for him is never going to be more important to me, man, nor should it be for our people not to do the homework on where the bullets are hitting our people. Until we solve that, I can care less who else they hitting.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on to that, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you back on the show, man. And
oh no, we lined up.
Yeah, you're gonna come up
I'm just
on here,
popping in, man.
Yeah, as a guest host, man. Third Eye, Darrell Jones in the building, man. Darrell Jones in the building, and we're gonna have him on next couple of shows.
Couple of weeks he'll be on.
Yeah, we're gonna chop it up, man, because this is gonna be deep, man. It's gonna be deep. But thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it, man.
Calling, man.
Nah, no
Thanks,
doubt
brother.
about it, man. Peace
We
to the
got
book.
1 minute
Holla
on
at
the
the moon.
set, baby.
All
Yeah,
right,
man.
Holla at the moon,
All
man.
right, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, peace, bro.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. So next Thursday, see us back here at Food for Thought, man. Red Specs, AK Alpha Moon, BK Pinky. We're gonna see you
Outta
next
here.
Thursday. Out of here.
Peace.
Peace.